That was funny, Dougal.
Well, isn't it? We were there, then we weren't.
We were there.
We're back, baby.
We're back. We're back.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to MahalaMonday. Good to have you with us. Fantastic that you are here, and thank you very much for joining us. First things that you got to do is like and subscribe. Subscribe. I'm Dougal, and guess who's here, Rhoda?
It is
Hello.
Rhoda. Hello, Mr. Dougal. It is a very cold day as usual again, but it's not as bad as it was a few days because it's actually hot today. But the mornings, it's been very cold.
I promise you it's super cold because I recently shaved, and when I say recently, I'm talking like minutes. Right? It's cold.
It's cold.
Yeah, it's the reason you're covered with hair.
Guys, it's an interactive show, so please send through your comments, send through all your whatever you want to chat about. And remember, this is our opinions. This is not law, it's not rule, it's our opinions.
It purely is. So Rhoda has gathered some stories for us, and we're going to, it's like weird and wonderful things, like things you don't really know.
Yeah.
And then we've been going through some of this like weird and wonderful things that you should know, like you won't believe this happened. You know when you meet a chummy, and like you haven't seen somebody in a while, and go, you never guess. This is it. You never guess.
You never guess. And I think this is the experience every Monday. The two of us will sit and be like, oh, Dougal, you must see this story.
You'll never guess.
Exactly like that. You'll never guess.
So, and for that reason, of course, you're going to have a comment and maybe a question about it. By all means, you can ask those questions. Rhoda's got the answer. She's well prepared. And and we'll see what we got. So what do you have for us, Rhoda?
Okay,
what do you have?
The very first one is something I love a lot. Crazy. Very much. It is biltong.
Yes.
I love biltong, people. So, yeah, I kind of understand where this whole issue came from or what happened.
There's biltong.
So, it was a South African guy that was carrying 40 kilograms of biltong. So, when you get to the airport in the USA, now, guys, if you ever travel and you go into the USA, you know your belt's going to come off, your shoes are going to come off, so please don't wear stinky socks. You know what's going to happen once you get to that point.
Horrible.
So, he decided he's going to declare his biltong, Dougal. And that was basically 40 kilograms of biltong. He said he feels he needs to declare it. And guess what they did? The USA took his biltong, discarded it, and they distracted it by steam sterilization. So it was all demolished. And you know what? It was 37,000 rands worth of biltong that went down the steamer.
37,000 rands worth of biltong?
Exactly.
That's some of it there?
Yeah, so I don't want to say some of the comments that was, and this is from News 24, guys. News 24, well done. And what some of the comments was, there was like, geez, why did he declare it? So
why did he?
And somehow there was talk of that he could have probably have gotten away with it, but because he highlighted the fact that he had this amount of biltong on him, unfortunately they pulled him aside and said, bring that bags here, let's do a check. Yeah.
Now, firstly, because people across the world are watching this, if you don't know what biltong is, a cured meat, dried meat, that sort of thing, the Americans call it, well, their version is jerky, but it's not the same thing at all. But yeah, this is like death in the family because this is like national snack time, isn't it? This is horrible. Who's this idiot? Does he have a name?
They didn't give his name. They just said a South African admitted to carrying 40 kilograms of biltong at the US border.
So this is when they questioned you. It wasn't like you standing in the queue and he's like, listen, he wasn't doing that.
No, he did. He actually went to them and he said, I want to declare. So once you declare, if he had kept quiet and he didn't say anything, that he probably, like they said, he would have probably walked with his bag without anybody scanning it or looking at it.
So everybody is going through the checkouts with declaring with underwear, pants, shirts. Meanwhile, Koos, or whatever his name is, has got meat.
Meat, exactly. And on top of that, you don't always have to declare, Dougal. If you don't have anything to declare, you can actually just walk through and go to, there's the declare section and the non-declare section. He went to the declare section.
Before we wrap up on the story, and I really feel sorry for it because shame, there was probably a lot of people expecting that. Unless, of course, he was going to sell it, unless it was gifts. Do you know what I mean? He's clearly got a big friend circle there, or maybe he was just showcasing. So for that effort, well done, showcasing the thing. But you know I'm going to ask you this now because you've opened the door on that. Have you ever gone through when you were meant to declare and you didn't?
Oh, jeez. Dougal, why?
Yeah, no,
why?
because here you go.
Why?
I have. I'm not gonna lie, I have.
Okay,
But I wasn't sure what to declare.
Okay,
they
I
give
did.
you a little postcard to fill in, and I didn't want to write.
I see Mr. Hubert's got the comment there. American beef jerky is cardboard when compared to Bolton. That's true. That is so true. But hi there, Hubert. Welcome to the show. Okay, Dougal, I did. And I went that side and I said, I declared I got a gift. And you know what? It was something that somebody had bought me. I actually just completely forgot. And I mean, this is like funny, guys. So I went to the grand guy, said, okay, now he's going to open up the bag because he needs to see it now. And I completely forgot I put my underwear there. So yeah, so there it was. The guy opened up, I was like, woo! And they closed it again. So I did declare.
Listen, I remember the first time entering the US, and it was, and I mean, I'm not going to make this long. I remember entering it, and I had to unpack everything. Like everything.
Are you serious?
Like everything. And they just threw everything. And I got annoyed with the woman, and I said, and I had the small little pocket Bible. That was in there, and they were just shaking my stuff up, and I was like, "Who's gonna fold these things?" And I was seriously getting angry, and I said, "Who's gonna fold all of these things?" And they were just with a stick searching through the stuff, twirling and doing. There was nothing there, but you have been randomly picked. You know what I mean? That randomly we have selected you to be searched. Yeah, we all know how I got searched. Anyway, but be as it is, no, it was like a,
Okay.
I was a decent, humane, proper search, but I mean, I'm now, sort of profile. But be as it may, yeah. Anyway, sorry about the man with the biltong. It is a sorry story, and it's a bit of a sad one to start off with, especially for the biltong. But one or two of those packets look a bit hard, so if the people there in the US don't have good teeth, so it's okay.
So one of the other things, Dougal, sometimes when you go to the weddings and they're letting these white pigeons fly.
Oh, that's nice.
And some of the dogs will basically bring in the rings. There's always sometimes some people have animals involved in their weddings. And apparently in Colorado, it is legal for you to have your cat basically be your witness. So they take the paw and they kind of put it on the piece of paper you see there, like that. And then the cat is legally
a witness.
A witness, yes. So this is legal in Colorado in America. So I think this is where the biltong was supposed to go.
I was thinking that the biltong supposed to be for the wedding.
For the wedding. So it was supposed to probably be for the cat. But yeah, so it is legal in the USA.
Yeah.
And they kind of just renewed their vows and said, you know what, our cat is our baby, is our everything.
They want to renew their vows. They've been married for 2 weeks.
So there, the cat was basically there.
Could the mouse not make it?
The mouse couldn't make it, so neither the pigeon or the dog. So the cat did it for them.
The cat was the thing?
Yes, the cat was the witness.
So now how does that work? So just the paw, because the bit where they're like, we're all gathered here today, if there's anybody who's got an objection that this man and this woman, and now you hear, meow, you stuffed.
Exactly, you stuffed because you don't know what the cat said. It could have been against the wedding. Exactly. True. If it is legal.
Okay, all right.
Then one of the other things that was in Cape Town, apparently a gentleman tied himself to a chain. And the reason why, and he basically tied himself to a chain, and his name is Jason Heyman. That's his name. That's a gentleman sitting there. So he tied himself to a chain to bring
like a necklace.
Awareness about animal abuse. So I think especially now in the cold times, Dougal, and I mean, this is something that always bothers me as chained dogs. I can't handle it when dogs get chained. So this is a good, I would have probably stood there with him and cheered him on at the end of the day, because a lot of people tend to forget that these animals also get cold. If you're out in the cold, with our temperatures has been dropping, and if you're getting cold, remember guys, your animals are also getting cold. So please, even if you just have to put them on the stoop somewhere or put them in the garage just to make sure they're not out in the cold, please, So this was the reason why he did it.
Okay. So
spending 60 hours chained to a kennel, basically at his home for 60 hours. So this started on Friday. And I think he's going to basically be spending 60 hours doing this. There's Hubert again.
And he's referring to the first story, but don't worry, our chain boy is also in the doghouse. He can't make it up. All right.
Shame, man.
But okay. So in all seriousness, So to highlight that, this dude put the chain around his neck. He looked like a little bit of like a, to bring awareness. But it is quite important. I mean, we can't not to make light of it, but it is kind of important. If you take on the responsibility of owning a pet, you have the responsibility to look after a pet.
Exactly.
Right? That is important.
That's important.
Right? It's just important. So you gotta be doing that. So but well done to the man who changed himself. But there's a bit of a link there, because if there wasn't a biltong shortage, dogs would be running around.
They would have been happy all running around.
But apparently there's plenty of biltong to be found at the shop at the airport.
And then Cape Town Mayor, and I keep on saying his name right.
Jordan.
There we go. Hill Lewis has announced the name of a new mascot. So people, do you remember back in the day? I don't know if you can remember, Dougal. What's it?
Is that Zibi?
Zibi,
the ostrich.
That's it, the ostrich. We were raised at school that this was our mascot. Yeah. So whenever you had to pick up the dirt, throw it in the bin. You do not litter. It was dumped in it. So I'm so happy to hear that our Cape Town Mayor has decided on the new name, which is now Bingo. That's the name.
Bingo?
His name is Bingo Dougal. And his model is after the Green City litter bins, you know, the green ones you find on the side of the road. As part of our Keep Cape Town Clean campaign, and our mayor says, as part of our Cape Town Clean campaign, we're calling on all Cape Townians to never litter and to always use the available litter bins. All of us can make a minute to pick up litter and encourage others to do the same, he says.
All right.
And he says Cape Townians can be a powerful force to change. So you know what? Once we start in Cape Town, it goes to Johannesburg, it goes to Durban. And you know what, Dougal, I was thinking about it, and they're doing this at the schools. Like, you know, back in the day when we had the Zibi blood coming to our schools and they told us
there was the ostrich.
Exactly. And then you also had the one with the fire. You mustn't light fires, especially in the parks and things like that. Especially
we didn't have that one.
Okay, we had that one.
We were bush people.
Yeah. So you know what, Dougal? And I'm so happy because it starts at school, it starts at home. You as a kid need to tell the parent, don't litter, because I've seen too many adults littering. Too many adults. And I think it's time, kids, don't be scared of your parents. Reprimand them, tell them do not litter. Tell them, don't tell them.
How many times have you driven and you see somebody just hoist something out of the window? So it happened to me the other day. So there I am, taxi, and there comes the banana peel. Now, I've got a moral dilemma. That's littering, right? But also biodegradable.
But still, Dougal, don't litter. Comes down to the same. Don't litter.
Yeah,
so,
don't litter.
And you know what? It really just comes down to, I mean, a friend of ours, and that's basically also watching the show, was saying that he stopped as well and he had some dirt and he saw one of the green bins on the side and he actually went, stopped, dumped the dirt. And as he dumped the dirt, the car came past and the child and the father was like hooting and clapping their hands. So basic. You are an example to the kids out there. So if you're littering adults, you need to be reprimanded. I think Bingo must come there and smack you against
I remember the Zibi song, put it in a Zibi can.
Yeah, in Afrikaans also.
Zibi blur. So hopefully Bingo's got a song as well. And when you hear Bingo, it's not because you've won certain things in numbers. Also funny enough that it happens to be a dog's name.
There, Mr. KK is there.
What's happening? Back in the day, the guys... this guy's cousin, Sappy, used to visit the school.
Right.
There, interval is intended to clean up the playground. Yeah.
There we go. You see, generations. So we were Zibi Black, then Sappy, and now Bingo. Well done, guys. It needs to be highlighted.
It sounds like just the weird Snow White dwarfs, isn't it?
It does.
Zibi, Sappy, Bingo.
Zibi, Sappy, and Bingo. So we need 7 dwarfs.
It's either that or a variation of COVID that's coming up. Like what names like that?
And Bingo they actually put it out to the public and said, give us a name.
People voted on Bingo?
They voted for Bingo, apparently was one of the names that was chosen,
Hubert says, in general, we South Africans are a messy bunch, be part of the solution, not the pollution.
Oh my word, he's such a poet and he didn't know it.
You got it there. Well done. Bingo.
Throw it in the bingo.
Yeah. I don't know how I feel about the name Bingo. Was that the only option?
It is kind of, I'm not keen on it because of the fact when you go to an old age home or you go to these places, you play bingo.
Yeah, bingo.
You know, so Yeah, it is a bit. And there must have been somebody that was probably an older German kind of gave the name bingo because they got excited. I don't know.
Maybe they filled in the form wrong. You know how people arrive at airports and they declare you get the wrong witness as meow? You know what I mean? There's a theme here. But anyway, let's go with it. Let's go with it. But yeah, well done.
Well done.
Well done.
So I'm just going to basically, Dougal, highlight a few things for the week that's coming up. So we're always mentioning the international days. So today, one of the days that we actually not celebrating, but one of the international days is Sanka Drug Awareness Week.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm going to mention the others, but you know what? Sanka Awareness Week, where drugs is concerned, we need to highlight this is a problem in our communities. You know, it can kill a family. It can really break down a community. And the saddest part is sometimes this is taken up so lightly and it's not taken seriously at the end of the day. There's many lives that gets lost because of exactly that drug abuse, you know. So for the people that out there struggling, for the mothers or fathers that's hiding the meat or can't put meat in their freezer or, you know, just having to live in this constant fear of your child being on drugs, you know what, you can get help. It's called Sanka, am I correct, Dougal? And if you need some help and trying to get some support, you know, definitely there is support, there is help out there.
And to be quite honest, there's a string of professionals, so you call that number and you get in touch with them. There's a string of professionals who will assist you, who are absolutely trained to sort of nudge you in the right direction. And the biggest thing is just to get the thing rolling, you know what I mean? Just to get the ball rolling. But that is super important.
Very, very important. So I'm just going to go jumping through a few of the others. International Day Against Drug Abuse, which is obviously today, and illicit trafficking. Illicit as in obviously drugs. Wait.
So we've got, okay, so the second thing is, and then today is also the day against
illicit trafficking.
Drug trafficking.
Yes, drug trafficking.
We have a day for that? Isn't it like 365?
It's supposed to be, yeah. So, yeah. It is a day for illicit trafficking.
Apparently it's today.
It's today.
All the drug dealers said that's okay.
Just today, no trafficking.
Tomorrow we're back.
Tomorrow you're back.
Tomorrow, today they... It's their Christmas.
Yes, exactly.
Paid holiday.
Then, one of the favorite, I love pineapples. It's International Pineapple Day today, Dougal. I don't have one here for you today. And Industrial Workers of the World Day.
Pineapple Day?
Yes. And on the same day, the 27th, that's the 27th, which is tomorrow, Pineapple Day and Industrial Workers of the World Day.
Why would... Pineapple's got its own day.
It's got its own day. So I don't know where the other fruit...
Does an apple have a day?
I was going to say, I don't know where the other fruit falls in, but pineapple does. So heads up to
It's
pineapple.
not even pineapple time.
Then we've got National Insurance Awareness Day, International Mud Day, Dougal.
Is that all today?
Pineapple? No, the 28th is National Insurance Day, 29th is International Mud Day.
International Mud.
M-U-D.
Mud. When it rains, sand,
and believe
gravel
me,
ground.
when you go to citrus, not just
the substance I have.
If you go to citrus,
it reminds me of politicians.
You
that
will
mud.
See a lot of mud. Yes, that mud.
There's a day for that?
There's a day for that. It's the 29th, guys. So go roll around in the mud on the 29th of June. Then the 30th is International Asteroid Day and Social Media Day. Oh, what does Kurt say? Pineapple. Ooh!
Pineapple and it's a Wednesday,
It's a Wednesday, isn't it? It is.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it is. When is that?
It is. Pineapple.
It's tomorrow. Not on a Wednesday.
Today is Tuesday, Rhoda. I mean Monday.
It's Monday, tomorrow's Tuesday.
Tomorrow is Tuesday.
And it's not tomorrow, Kurt. Sorry. It is. No, yes, sorry, Kurt. It's only on Wednesday.
We're fairly new to the whole days of the months thing. The show is called MahalaMonday. That should be a clue.
Not Pineapple Day on tomorrow. And International Asteroid Day and Social Media Day. We have everyday social media, Dougal. So are they saying
Asteroid Day?
Asteroid Day as well. So are they saying we should stop International Social Media Day, just like no social media, or do social media?
You see, when these people plan the days, they didn't get together. Firstly, the drug traffickers, right? That should be on Pineapple Day, because now they got free time, they can play catch. Right? These people should have collaborated. Secondly, Asteroid Day.
Asteroid.
Once you catch a pineapple, you look up to the heavens. I'm just saying. And somebody will post it.
Somebody
Nailed
will
it.
post it. You nailed it, Dougal. You nailed it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you've got some sports.
Yes,
for us
I
there,
got some
Dougal.
sports, man.
Yes.
I got some sports. So, thanks, Rhoda. We got some sports. So, obviously, it's tiki-toki. Yeah. When life gives you lemons, sell them and buy a pineapple. I think
That's a good one.
do you know how long it takes to grow a pineapple? Actually,
Very
mind
long.
you, it takes a while. It's like 2, 3, 5 years. So what I've done, I've actually got pineapple trees going at my house right now.
I've got one.
3 of them.
I've got one.
So
And this thing looks like it's taking forever.
no, it does, and it did take half a year. So basically, and I'm going to tell you how to do it, so we could all just do this. And this wasn't influenced by the pineapple beer revolution, I must add.
During COVID?
No, it wasn't sort of brought forward from that. So I had family who lived in Mauritius, and this is what they apparently do there. So I just did the whole sort of thing. But also they come from the Eastern Cape, so that whole area around Bathurst and all of that, just pineapple country.
Yeah,
anyway, so
definitely.
basically what you do is once you have the pineapple, you chop off the thing, and then you got that bit, right? The leaf bit. So you take the leaf bit, and once you got to like sort of pull the bottom one, so you just left with like, it goes white. So it almost looks like a leek, right? So you have a leek effect. So you got the white bit. You leave that in water for a couple of days. And then after a while, roots start growing.
Oh,
And then
wow.
you got to wait for roots to be like hand length, okay? So once you have hand length, you plant, okay? Hot, hot, hot. So if you have a kachel, put it in there. But because the thing's going, because the subtropical things, yeah. Do you know what I mean? So the environment,
that's
winter and all
why.
of that, you got to look after it. But 5 years or so. And it's sweat and tears, and then you are blessed on the first harvest with the pineapple tree that's so big for all your effort. For 3 years.
For 3 years. I'm going to
That's
say,
pineapple
just get rid
tree.
of my pineapple plant.
Some people call it a pineapple, depending how much you zoom. Others call it a flower. For all your effort,
Oh, no, that's very frustrating.
buying fertilizer,
And having
watering.
a heat,
so a
for 3
pineapple tree.
years.
Yeah, and it's brilliant to eat. You pull
Did
off
you
the
actually
tree.
have one?
Yeah, and you don't slice it. You just
Wow.
done. 3 years, donkey.
You should have told me. You should have given
All right.
us a picture.
So yeah. But do it. Let's start the pineapple thing, man.
Viewers,
Start the
3 years.
pineapple thing.
Okay.
All right, back to the sports. So, FIFA Women's World Cup is around the corner, okay? Our team is going to play, man. They're looking sharp. They've been practicing. They're doing their thing. And we're going to take on the might of the world. We're going to be in it. Some African teams as well. Nigeria, they doing well. So we got to check out them. The reason I'm mentioning this is because I'm going a little bit off topic. Because I wanted to touch base on football quickly.
Go for it.
Because obviously transfer season happening, international transfer seasons, where players are being sold left, right, back and forth, and people are moving around. So a lot of speculation going on. And I saw this, and while I was reading this, I saw this name, Michaela Moore. And the reason I must tell you this, do you know what's a perfect hat trick? You know a hat trick, right?
Yeah.
3 goals.
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Do you know
yeah.
what's the perfect hat trick? It means you scored a goal, left foot, right foot,
Wow.
and header.
And header.
Michaela Moore.
Wow.
New Zealand footballer.
She was.
Brilliant, right?
Brilliant,
You don't
brilliant.
want her in a team. She scored a perfect hat-trick February last year. Own goals.
Oh, she was. Are you
I don't know.
kidding me?
I'm not. You don't want her in your team. Come and score hat-tricks here.
Why are you going to say it must have been your team?
She'll go down in history, but I'm sure it has happened before. But I just remembered the story. And the reason, I'm making this longer than what it is. The reason why I'm saying this, because I remember it, because I've got a friend whose name is Michaela. She lives in Bloemfontein, and the Cheetahs won the Currie Cup. It was a long way to get there. But I'm
a
there.
long way to get
The
there.
reason I'm getting here is the Cheetahs won the Currie Cup. Well done. There's
well
a
done,
cheetah.
well done, well done.
That's what it looks like when a puma tries to tackle a cheetah.
Cheetah.
He don't tackle him, he just touches
Just
him.
touches him.
And the,
Puma and the cheetah.
he,
Oh,
he
wow.
dive like that, yeah. Yeah, that's the puma. The puma is the pink one.
The pink one.
The cheetah is the white one.
White with a sticky orange at the bottom.
Yeah.
Okay. Jeez.
Sorry, man. We stole my supporters. What do you expect?
Sorry, guys. We stole my supporters, yeah.
Yeah, but well done.
Yeah,
well done.
well
Deserve
done.
it so. Deserve it so. Oldest cup competition for us, of course. I've actually seen the curry cup.
Oh, have you?
Oh, it's frail. Oh, Rhoda.
Why?
You should handle it with gloves. I've seen it.
Yeah.
Firstly, I think, listen, the curry, I've seen it. It was where I used to work. They had it on display.
Yeah.
And I'm talking about the original. I think it's replicas that just go around. But that thing is old since Paul Roos time. We're talking like 1901 or something stupid. Because it's the oldest thing.
Yeah.
So obviously when they made the cup, it was probably that big. But over the years, you know how your head comes smaller and then you get this black thing at the bottom? So it's gone smaller. It's like small little thingy there. And then, yeah.
This massive
but
black
yeah, it's old and obviously very, 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 you know, in terms of history, it is fantastic. So, yeah, but I've seen it. I've seen it. We weren't allowed to touch it.
I was going to say, I don't think you should be able to touch it, yeah.
No, it wasn't.
Crazy.
I mean, yeah. I mean, the perfect spot to hide stuff. But can't hold too much. It's just little pineapples. Anyway, so that was it. Yeah. But then the final story is where we want to get to. People are always overachieving as far as sport is concerned. So once again, well done, cheaters. Truly, you are the champs indeed. But then we're going to wrap up with this, and I'm going to run this for you quickly because the last couple of weeks here, the European Championships athletics have taken place in Poland, which has been obviously a big crowd puller and always lots of surprises. And it is amazing to see people just perform at that level. And of course, the levels of jumping higher, faster, stronger, and all of that. So just absolutely brilliant. Then there was this one team, all right? So they got to all the events. And then this lady, athlete, her name is Jolene Bumkwo. That's her name. There she is. Hello, Jolene. Or Jolene, whatever. That's her there with a shot put. Okay.
Ooh, yeah.
But she does that. Did you hear
Slowly,
that?
I heard that. Slowly, do go.
Oh wait, I'm left-handed. There we go. Anyway, she does that, but she cheats there because he holds it in both hands. Anyway, she does that. She did that, and then in the team, so you know, like with the team events and all of that, she was throwing the thing, and it probably landed on people's feet because two of the hurdlers couldn't then compete and had to withdraw. They had injury. I don't know why they got injured. Probably muscle injury. I say she just threw it on the feet. That's just me being funny. But yeah, and then because there was nobody else.
Yeah.
You can't make this up. There was nobody else. She had to compete in the 100-meter hurdles.
100 meters. Dougal, did you ever run 100 meters?
Yes. And I'm fast.
I've run as well.
I'm fast.
Stress levels on another level.
I'm fast.
Because those people are like cheaters and pumas that runs ahead of you.
Yeah, no.
It's scary.
100-meter hurdles. Now, as you know, Rhoda, hurdles is where you jump. Now, obviously, sprinters are built like sprinters. People who do field
Events.
shot put are not really sprinters, let alone jumpers. But she took it for the team, man.
100. She did the 100-meter hurdles?
She did the 100-meter hurdles, and we have the footage. There she is. Come on, Jolie.
So which one is she?
She's on the far right. She's on the far right. Lane 1 on the inside lane. There they are. In the white. There it is. Look at her. And she's got a brilliant sprint. She keeps them. There she goes. She goes, ooh, daar is die klaarlaatste. Come on. Gaat hulle. There she goes.
Look at those guys.
They're on the third hurdle. Okay, there we go. Like, she's doing a warm-up. The race is done. The winners have already taken their photographs. They're doing post-match confrontation things. They're timing her with a calendar here. The whole meeting got delayed because the next race had to start late. Come on. Can she do it? Yes, and Well done. That's what you do, taking it for the team, man. There we go. And she's a big sport about it. Look at that.
Yeah, look at that.
She was completely jovial, Jolien.
She was.
She was. Yeah, she was a big sport about it, high-fiving everybody, and I mean that's how you do it, taking for the team.
That's
but
what
a story! What a story!
Yeah.
Not at all your disciplines. You got no idea. I mean, she's run around the block maybe once.
But not.
And she took it for the team by doing that because the people.
You know how many hurdles out of knocked by then already?
She didn't knock any. 0 to 104 days. Yeah. So,
True.
So
Well
yeah,
done.
but she took it for the
Took
team.
it for the team.
And that's
There
a
we go.
great way to end the thing. So it is always, you might be presented with a challenge or an opportunity or an obstacle that is not in your domain of expertise. Will you step up when you are be called upon to help? Will you take one for the team? How far is your sacrifice willing to go? This lady, this athlete, did it on a world stage because the team was more important than her.
Oh, wow. Dougal, your philosophy and you didn't
I
know
am.
this. Jeez, you're
Drop
good.
the mic.
Drop it, brother. Drop it. Well done.
Anyway, I can't beat that.
Well done.
Yeah,
I didn't see that one coming, but well done.
yeah,
You inspired me, you know that.
I did. But also, what is shocking is that people recorded that whole thing with her running on the phone, and then their phones were full with battery. It was a big video. Is that it?
That's it, Dougal. That's it.
All right. Listen, guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for being part of Mahala Monday. Thank you very much for all the comments and everything like that. Of course, we're going to be back next week. Monday, or as Rhoda and I like to call it, Tuesday, Wednesday. The most important thing you need to do is just subscribe. That is it. You need to subscribe, and you'll be notified, of course, of all the shows, like and share and all of that. And the most important thing is to look after yourself. So like and share, please do that for us. All right, we're going to be back next week.
We'll be back next week. So enjoy it and be careful, people. And you know what? Enjoy the week.
Yeah, and if you're at the airport, enjoy the biltong. Until next time, bye, everybody.